Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stock Market Show. This is your host, Shades. We have SoundHound AI up 14%. The volume, the people are coming back into SoundHound. We were waiting for Trump to come back into office. This whole time we were just waiting to see what was the big man going to do. Turns out he wasn't going to do anything crazy. And the market is reacting positively. We are pumping, and I believe, as always, that SoundHound will be worth $100 long term. Short term, I see us going to 25. I'm waiting for the crossover to happen. The crossover has been a good indicator of upside. The last time we got a crossover was way back in November 22nd, where it crossed over and ran from $8 to a high of 24. And this stock behaves like Palantir. It slowly but surely continues to go higher and higher over the long term. From dollars, a high of 10, comes back down, goes sideways for a while, and then it had another huge run. Pulls back, comes back down. Looks like we're getting a secondary pump here. How far it's going to go? Well, if it continues to behave like Palantir, we'll eventually get to 80, right? And then 99, then 100. So on and so forth. I don't think Palantir has hit 100 just yet, but it's well on its way. That's another good AI stock. But SoundHound, of course, it's much cheaper with a lot more potential. And I've been talking about this one for a long time. For those who have been following me on my SoundHound journey, there's other people who have bought SoundHound and they were able to make a lot of money off of it. Let me show you that real quick. He even sent me a message saying, hey, this guy turned 30K into 300K on Sound stock. Well, man, I really appreciate it a lot. I like your honesty. I'm a big fan. I came across your YouTube videos from Sound. I watched a lot of different other YouTubers, but yours was very clear to the point and your analysis came out correctly. I will be patient and will learn about options and change my broker. I will be off for the holiday. I'll pay attention to the markets. I'm a good listener and learner. Look forward to growing my capital is what it comes down to. So this guy made a lot of money. A lot of money off of SoundHound. And you know what? I know some of you might think, well, maybe he sold too soon. He should have held for 100. You don't want to be greedy either, right? Greedy. You don't want to be greedy either. I know someone in the Discord who bought another stock and she was up 100K and now she's holding it all the way down. So, um, so yeah, you don't want to be greedy. If the market is giving you 100K, you say thank you and you bow out. You're at the poker table, you're being offered 300K, you don't get greedy. You got to know when to walk away from the table. You got to know when to hold them, when to fold them. With regards to SoundHound, we got a PR today. Record Systems tabs SoundHound AI to revolutionize emergency vehicle technology with first of its kind audio visual AI. Collaboration aims to enhance safety and operational efficiency by offering hands-free operation of ALPR. Ooh, this is critical right here. This is important. Hands-free operation. Can you guess how? By using your voice. How do we communicate with one another? Through voice. I've pounded the table on this. We're going to communicate with the machine through voice. That's fastest, most efficient. Imagine if humans talk to each other through farts. I don't know. I'm exaggerating. But imagine we had to talk through just text only. I got to pull out my phone, got to, type up a message, and we go back and forth. It's very time consuming. We can't just go ooh, ooh, ah, ah. The machine wouldn't understand ooh, ooh, ah, ah. It'd be like, oh, what a stupid human behaving like a monkey. Communication is ubiquitous, regardless of the language. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's, je suis shad or watashi wa, ore wa, boku wa, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the language. Ego som, defesus, whatever. It doesn't matter the language. Espanol, Latin, whatever. Communication, even the aliens, you know what I'm saying? Like communication, even the ants. Sure, we don't understand how, but they're communicating clearly. If you ever watch their colonies and how they work, it's ubiquitous. It's going to be everywhere. We're going to live alongside a machine, and eventually they'll replace us because they're better than us. That's all. Unfortunately, how it is, right? Anyone ever played chess against the chess AI? The one that has 100% win rate, yeah, you can't beat it. So it's already good at things that we just don't stand a chance, unfortunately, because it can do calculations that we never could. We're very limited and kind of stupid in a way compared to them. And in the future, they'll only be even more superior. You think all these companies are investing in SoundHound, investing in you think Nvidia invested in SoundHound for nothing? They see the future. They have a vision. Nvidia got to where it's at in terms of share price and company because they believed in the vision. And I want you to believe in it too. And we'll go back to this. We'll come back to this video in the future and we'll laugh. Like, how did this guy know? It's not that I know. It's just that it's very obvious to me. They're not putting all this money into AI, all this funding for nothing. At the end of the day, the goal is to replace the human because people don't want to work. People don't want to slave away 40 hours a week. It sucks. People suck. Period. What do you think is going to be easier as a manager to take care of a machine, a bunch of them, or a bunch of humans? Those of you who have worked as managers, you probably know what I'm talking about. Some people are difficult. Some girls are annoying. Some guys just like to fight. It's annoying. Especially if you've ever worked in a warehouse, you know what I'm talking about. Those people aren't exactly the greatest people. Probably couldn't get a job anywhere, so they just got one at a warehouse or at a restaurant because that's the best they could do. Imagine having to just work with machines. It makes your life so much easier because they're just going to get the job done. Oh, one of them broke down. Oh, boo hoo. We'll just send it in for repairs, replace it with another one. Probably going to be much cheaper to replace in the future compared to near term. But ultimately, the goal is to replace us. Because what is capitalism about? What, the bottom line, right? Is it about the companies? What do they care? It's about the bottom line. They don't have to pay these machines a wage. They don't have to. In fact, the fact that they're investing in SoundHound AI, that means that tells me they're investing in being able to communicate with the machine as best as possible, so that it's as efficient as possible, so that the job gets done. And when you're no longer paying wages because you've replaced everyone with machine and those machines don't have rights, they don't have wages, your bottom line goes through the roof now, doesn't it? I want you to think about that for a second. This is why everyone's going into everyone's buying chips from Nvidia. That's why everyone's investing so heavily into this. Because if you don't, you're going to be left behind, still working with not even old technology. You will be the old technology. The human will be the old technology. Oh, look at this thing that has to poop and have a family and raise kids and wants to have hobbies. Screw that. I'll just replace it with a machine that can do it 24/7. Oh, it breaks down, replace it real quick. And I know this sounds crazy to some of you, but I believe in that vision. And if I'm right, SoundHound's going to skyrocket in share price, along with Nvidia and many other AI stocks. Whether people can see what I see, that's a whole other thing. But I just showed you that someone believes in the vision and they turned 30K into 300K. And you better believe that with 300K, they are a whole other player in the market. Now they can turn 300K into millions with patience and discipline. All right, guys. The collaboration will combine SoundHound's advanced voice and conversational AI with industry-leading vehicle recognition software to deliver seamless, hands-free functionality of critical systems aiming to enhance safety, situational awareness, and operational efficiency for law enforcement and first responders. The partnership will initially focus on police vehicles, with plans to expand this to emergency vehicles such as fire trucks and ambulances. I'm reading through it real quick, but I don't see anything else. Really, the biggest takeaway, I don't want to read this whole thing, but the biggest takeaway here is, yeah, this is a big deal. Law enforcement agencies across the United States purchase approximately 100,000 police vehicles annually. Millions of law enforcement vehicles in the US and globally have been manufactured since 2021. And guess who's there? SoundHound with their technology. I'm not kidding when I say this is going to be ubiquitous. And this is just the beginning. Everyone made fun of SoundHound, saying, "Oh, you just work with restaurants." But they weren't thinking ahead. And in fact, I'm thinking very far ahead. I'm already telling you, like, I sound crazy, I'm sure. They're not going to replace us. Oh, the hell they are. They are. They're going to replace everyone. Retail. They're going to replace people in finance, healthcare, automotive. Smart devices are going to take over. They're going to replace everyone in restaurants. Even doctors are going to be replaced. Again, whether you believe in the vision, that's on you. But I'm telling you right now, somehow long term, you're going to make a lot of money. Do you have the patience and discipline? That is the question. That is the video. This is probably the craziest video I've ever made. Because I'm just basically saying, yeah, I'm a human, right? Like you. I'm basically saying, yeah, we're kind of garbage. Like AI can, like, it can already do things better than us, and in the future, it'll, it'll just, it'll be on another level. They'll look at us like we're stupid. They are the aliens, maybe. Maybe this whole time we're wrong. Maybe we're creating the aliens. Boom. Mic drop.